Have you ever wondered what happens after a major legal decision is made, especially one that aims to change society profoundly? Immediately after the 1950 for Brown versus Board of Education ruling, which declared separate public schools for black and white students unconstitutional, widespread immediate desegregation did not happen. Instead, there was significant resistance, delay, and varied responses across the United States, particularly in the South. The Supreme Court's initial ruling, known as Brown 1, only stated that segregation was illegal. It did not provide a clear timeline or enforcement mechanism for schools to integrate. A year later, in 1955, the court issued Brown 2, instructing states to desegregate with all deliberate speed. This deliberately vague phrase allowed many districts to delay implementation for years, using various legal and political tactics. The deeply ingrained practice of racial segregation, often enforced by Jim Crow laws, had been legally upheld for decades, creating a powerful social and political structure that actively resisted change. Local communities and state governments in the South frequently enacted new laws or policies to circumvent the ruling, rather than comply fully. Understanding this period helps us see that legal declarations are often just the beginning of societal change. It highlights the importance of continued activism, political will, and grassroots efforts to translate legal principles into real-world practice. Observing how communities responded, both positively and negatively, illustrates the complex nature of social reform and the enduring power of deeply held beliefs. During this era, many Southern states adopted what was called massive resistance, a strategy to defy the Supreme Court's order. This included everything from closing public schools entirely to diverting public funds to private academies that remained segregated. This legal and political maneuvering meant that while the law had changed, the daily reality for many students remained unchanged for years, setting the stage for future civil rights battles and federal interventions. The legacy of Brown versus Board of Education demonstrates that true equality requires more than just a judicial decree. It demands persistent effort, a willingness to challenge established norms, and a collective commitment to upholding justice, ultimately shaping the educational landscape for generations to come.